We got a lot more, bro.
More downstairs.
We got more in the basement too. We had to get rid of them somewhere.
All right. Enough.
Okay, we're on. Huh?
You have our undivided attention.
All right, welcome. I'm going to call to order this public hearing for Brookside Solar LLC pursuant to and in accordance with General Municipal Law, Section 859A. The County of Franklin Industrial Development Agency is conducting this public hearing in connection with a certain proposed project as more fully described below to be undertaken by the agency for the benefit of Brookside Solar LLC. The agency published a notice of public hearing in the Malone Telegram and mailed a copy of the notice of public hearing to each affected taxing jurisdiction. An affidavit of publication and proof of mailing will be attached to this record. I am Jeremy Evans. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Franklin County Economic Development Corporation and Industrial Development Agency. And I'm here alongside, with me is Rachel Karp, our Operations Manager. I'm going to read a description of the project as follows. Brookside Solar LLC, for itself and for an entity or entities to be formed collectively the company, has submitted an application to the agency requesting the agency's assistance with a certain project consisting of 1, the acquisition by the agency of a leasehold interest in approximately 1,460 acres of real property located in the towns of Burke and Chateaugay, New York, as more fully set forth in Schedule A attached here too. 2, the planning, design, construction, and operation of a 100 megawatt PV solar electric generation system, including panel foundations, inverters, transformers, interconnect wiring, utility connections, site work, landscaping, fencing, security, and related improvements. 3, the acquisition of and installation in and around the land and improvements by the company of machinery, equipment, fixtures, and other items of tangible personal property. And 4, entering into a straight lease transaction, pursuant to which the agency will retain a leasehold interest in the facility for a period of time and sublease such interest in the facility back to the company. It is contemplated that the agency will appoint the company as agent to undertake the project. The agency contemplates that it will provide financial assistance to the company in the form of A, a sales and use tax exemption for purchases and rentals related to the project, B, mortgage recording tax exemptions relating to the financings undertaken by the company in furtherance of the project, and C, a partial real property tax abatement provided through a payment in lieu of tax agreement. The foregoing financial assistance and the agency's involvement in the project are being considered to promote the economic welfare and prosperity of the residents of the County of Franklin. Based on information provided by the company in its application, the project will involve approximately $264,863,576 in capital investment by the company. The agency estimates the following amounts of financial assistance will be provided to the company as set forth in the attached cost-benefit analysis, and which has been passed out to those in the audience, and it will also be more fully described in the short presentation that I'm now going to share. After the presentation, we will allow members of the public who are in attendance to make any public comment as they seem, that may seem appropriate. All right.
No offense, we could have held this in the boardroom.
We could have done it in the boardroom. As you know, the Industrial Development Agency is a public benefit corporation created by the state of New York. And the state law allows IDAs to provide benefits for certain types of projects as described on this slide. And a renewable energy project is certainly an eligible project. The IDA can provide different types of benefits, including state and federal income tax exemption for interest on debt, a sales tax exemption, a mortgage tax, recording tax exemption, and a real property tax exemption, along with payment in lieu of taxes. This project is hoping to take advantage of the sales tax, mortgage recording tax, and real property tax exemptions. The amounts, the payment in lieu of taxes are payments the developer makes in lieu of paying regular property taxes. The amount of the taxes, the payments, and the term of the agreement are negotiated. We'll talk more about what that looks like for this project in a minute. It's important to keep in mind that payments are always more than what the property, or in this case properties, currently generate in property taxes. But it's also less than full taxes that would be completed, that the completed project would generate. The IDA collects these payments and then forwards them to each affected taxing jurisdiction. In this case, those jurisdictions are the towns of Burke and Chateaugay, Franklin County, and the Chateaugay Central School District. Several advantages to working through IDA pilots. The one is that there's one negotiation across everyone who is involved. There's predictability both for the community and the project developer. And of course, the project developer, especially up front, is looking for lower costs to get the project going. And also there's long-term management and enforcement of the pilot by the IDA. We calculate pilots with a simple formula. First of all is the base value. The base value is the amount of taxes that are already generated by the property before any improvements. And then the agreed upon amount, which we call, that's added to that, called the improvement value. And that is, the two of those things equal the pilot payment. Our process has several steps. This part of it, we're right kind of in we've been working on this project for a long time, but we are currently at step number 4, which is a public hearing. Anytime after this public hearing is concluded, the IDA board may consider an authorizing resolution. Let's talk about Brookside Solar LLC for a minute, the project we're considering today. As stated, the project cost is over $264 million. The actual affected land is approximately 1,100 acres, 7 parcels in Burke and 21 in Chateaugay. This project will generate 100 megawatts of solar power. Hard to see, but this is a site plan provided by the company that shows the extent of where the panels will go on both sides of Route 11 and on both sides of the town boundary. These are the total amounts of exemptions anticipated for the company between the real estate tax exemption, mortgage recording tax, and sales tax exemptions. The total is estimated to be just over $12.5 million. So certainly a lot of numbers here, and this is also what you guys have in front of you. But there's two of the same sheets, one for the town of Burke and one for the town of Chateaugay, that shows a breakdown in the estimated base value payments and the improvement value payments that will go to each entity. So of course, and we'll skip to the town of Chateaugay. Town of Chateaugay will have its portion of the estimated base value payments and improvement value payments in year one, just for discussion purposes. In year one, that is estimated to be $27,186. And then, as you can see, the town of Chateaugay and Franklin County would also receive payments. And then we do the same type of calculation for the town of Burke. So this chart here kind of shows, takes both the information for both towns and puts them together. So you can see the total estimated costs from the project, both the benefits to the savings that are anticipated, but also what will go overall to the communities. As I mentioned before, you can see the real estate, mortgage tax, and sales tax savings adds up to $12.5 million, and total estimated pilot payments over the life of the 25-year term are $10.8 million. Oops. We try to estimate the economic impact for the project, and working with the company, and also a financial model that we use. We estimate there will be approximately 223 direct construction jobs and 84 indirect jobs from the construction period. And these numbers show, and these are estimates of the local construction impact on the community, totaling $33.7 million. Company is estimated that they will create 2 permanent full-time jobs from the project, which will also create 2 indirect jobs. And then the total earnings over the life of the project for those 4 direct and indirect jobs are $6.2 million. When you sum it all up, looking at the impact of jobs and also pilot payments, post-community agreement payments to all the communities, and if you add all that together, the estimated cost benefit to Franklin County and the local economy and the municipalities is looked at 6 to 1 ratio for the cost. And what that cost is the cost of the benefits being provided to the company. One last thing that we need to look at as part of our review is to analyze the impact of this project on New York State's renewable energy goals. And as you can see, this 100 megawatt project will be able to power approximately 18,000 homes and offset approximately 60,000 metric tons of CO2 per year. And the project will increase Franklin County's solar capacity by 163%. With that, I will